Okay, we're going to continue on our painting of blocking. Use negative space. We blocked out the bird to begin with, and we come back and building some background. I'm using, again, just a few colors, using some burnt umber, and going to come back and put this one little tree that we had in. I had it blocked in a little. I'm going to push it back a little bit more. That's a hint. And again, very, very dry paint, so it's fairly easy to go over. I keep saying, because I love thick paint. I love, one of my students said the other night, using palette knife, you think of palette knife very thick, and sometimes it can be, but palette knife, as I show my students, you can paint it like airbrush. You can really scrape it down well. So part of that is texture when you're trying to create something. I'm more concerned about soft edges. If a hard edge, sometimes people have a hard time understanding what constitutes a hard edge. Sometimes they happen when you don't want. I love that little light we had on last episode under there. It really pushes the eye. In fact, I like that so well. I'm going to go back and play it maybe a little more what I've done before. And when you're doing demos like this, and here we're again not getting back to look at it. I actually had that lighter a little bit better before. There, it's just a little bit warmer, helps lead that eye back behind. Now we talk about maybe putting another branch in, just for the sake of doing this one. So I may do that one. I may come in here and draw in, and again, drawing with paint, drawing with brush, drawing with pencil, drawing with charcoal, it really matters not. There's a little dead tree twig over here. So I may just go ahead and put a tree up here, a little branch. I start looking about the thickness of it. That's right over where those little footsies are anyway, so. And I don't want to lose that particular area up here, so I'll come up here. As I said, normally I would, and even on video so many times I'll show this with charcoal, which really works out better. But since the painting was still wet, I wanted to show that if we went ahead and just block some of this in. So I'm looking all around to make sure I don't tee areas, be too repetitive. I like that light. Look at that beautiful contrast. Light, dark, right into there. Boom. The eye picks up that little area. Now it works either way. If you do something you don't particularly like, but you make it sharp, dark, remember the things that the optical illusions that really stand out: sharp, soft recedes. Dark colors, dark values come closer. Brighter colors, larger objects, more detail. Conversely, off into the distance, things get lighter, things get cooler, a little bit smaller, less detail. So you now have to play this game every time you're drawing, which or painting when we're setting down to paint. People are trying to remember certain things that you do. You can keep back and say, okay, what am I trying to create through here? And I think I'll go ahead and push this up a little higher. And what I do many times in my class is just to freak people out. I'll do all this when it really looks like, wipe it out, just to show them that it's not so much as etched in stone. And I may come back over here. Now because I made that twig a little bit darker, that branch, I may get rid of that little, I like a lot of, I used to hunt, I don't hunt anymore, but I still fish, but, and of course you don't have to be 100 to appreciate outdoors, which everybody in a sense does when you're looking out your backyard, but if you happen to be a bird watcher or just love to walk in the woods, it is amazing to see how many little things. And I used to squirrel hunt with my father, so he spent a lot of time looking up into the trees, unlike rabbit hunting or deer hunting. You're able to see a lot of atmospheric conditions. Kind of like this play, we got 3, and I may go ahead and put another, we got 3 up here. I may put another something down here. Try this one. And you hear me say it, try, because if I put it on, I don't like it, I'll take it off afterwards. And I may come over here and put just another few little things out. Now what I'll do is, if I keep this in, I'm going to decide where the light would hit back onto this branch. I like the contrast of a little bit darker, so it's not quite as light as it was when we had the bird on there. And I'm trying to keep my head out of the way as much so you can see some of this one. Now we had a little tree back in here, and I may kind of play this a little bit darker. My wife was never too much of an outdoorsman, so when I first started painting, and I think she always thought I should take a weed eater or backhoe to cut something down, she said, well, it looks too wild and woolly. And I said, well, so much of nature is out there. And I'm bringing a few of these still back behind her, just a few little, and we had a hint of a tree. So what I'll probably do is come back, as I said, to accent certain areas. I'm going to darken this down a little bit more right through here. And remember, when like back that we're talking about sharp, soft, light, dark, there's that magical area when we create pinpoint areas where you want the eye to go to, with or without detail. Okay, I think that gives us a little contrast where we're going to go. What I might do is come back and put some lights on top of that. But it does, if we could come back to the first video, you can go back and flip those on YouTube and see where the bird was. And again, it could have been any type of bird. Could have been a raccoon up in the sky, or up in the tree. And that's one of those things where if I didn't want to do the branch and I want to do this over again and maybe put a different animal on there, it's a little off-centered, so it's not right in the middle of where it was with the bird, kind of like this off to the edge. Next episode, we may come back and push a little bit more what we're going to do around here. Anyways, hopefully that kind of gets us a little bit farther from where we were, adding another depth line. And again, contrast. You go from here and then you go back around to that light. Still be able to change everything. And because it's still wet, I can wipe all of it down. Anyways, next time we'll come back and work on this some more and keep painting.